Hello and welcome to the latest version of Rewriting History on Football Manager 2023. Now, we've done a mini save with Southampton trying to save them from relegation. We've done a mini save with Dortmund trying to win them the Bundesliga title. And now we move to Spain and La Liga, where we are taking charge of Espanyol with 8 games to go. They got relegated for the second time in 4 seasons this past season, and we're going to try to make sure that that doesn't happen. Now, up until the 2019-20 season, where they were initially relegated, Espanyol had been in the top tier of Spain since earning promotion from the second tier in the 93-94 season. So they've been there for a long time, and hopefully we have got it about us to keep them up this time round. So you can see here in the league table that we are currently 19th. We're 2 points adrift of 17th placed Almeria, and we have 7 games left to play. Some of the teams in the league have 8 games left to play, but we've only got the 7. So hopefully Valencia and Almeria and probably Getafe as well, and maybe even Cadiz, don't get any points in their next game. Obviously, they've got the game in hand over us. So how this will work is we'll play 2 games per episode. We'll compare how we've done in game against how the real Espanyol side did in real life, and we'll be able to see from there if we're doing any better and if we're on course to rewrite history. Now, we're about 6 days away from our first game in charge of Espanyol, but this is the lineup that we are going with as a base, at least for the last 7 games of the season. So it's a 4-2-3-1 gegenpress. It's pretty standard in Football Manager. We have one main key player, really. It's Joselu, the man who's literally just signed for Real Madrid in real life. He scored 17 goals in real life for Espanyol across the season. So we're hoping for him to grab a few goals for us in our quest to gain survival and our place in La Liga for next season. Now, before we get into our first game in charge of Espanyol, there's been a few games that have happened in the midweek before we played. So Getafe, who are now 18th, they lost to Almeria, which was a great result for us. But then the very next day, Valencia beat Valladolid, meaning that Valencia have now moved 6 points clear of us. They're up in 16th, so we're now 5 points adrift of safety, where Almeria currently sit in 17th on 33 points. We have just 28 points, but a game in hand on Almeria. And that is because Almeria lost 3-2 to Real Madrid yesterday in game. And also, just before our game kicks off against Getafe, which is in itself a massive relegation battle, if we win that, we could theoretically get above Getafe into 18th and then just be 2 points off Almeria, who are in the safety zone, as we'll call it. But Valencia, just a little bit before we kick off our game, they drew against Cadiz away from home, so we can move to within 3 points of them as well. But obviously, we need to win to be able to do that. So I briefly showed you this earlier, the team and the lineup and the tactic and all that, but we'll run through it quickly now. So we've got Pacheco in goal as the sweeper keeper. We've got Oscar Gil at right back, Cabrera and Gomez in central defence, Brian Olivan at left back, Sergi Darder and Vinicius Souza are in central midfield, with one player as a deep line playmaker and the other as a centre mid on attack. Alex Vidal is at right wing, Javi Puado is inverted winger on the left wing, Nico Malamed is shadow striker just behind the complete forward on attack, and new in real life Real Madrid striker Joselu. Porto with the ball down the right-hand side for Getafe, gets the ball across into the box. It's headed away by Cabrera. Porto gets there again, and I think that's going to be a penalty. Olivan has tripped Munir in the box, and Getafe have a chance to open the scoring with just over 5 minutes gone. Not the best of starts for us. Or is it? Apparently VAR suggests that wasn't a foul, so nothing doing. Pretty sure he did trip him. It looked like he tripped him, but can't complain. Free kick. Olivan takes it. Olivan saved by David Soria. Thought it was going in. It's Olivan involved once again. He's been involved in everything so far. Ball into the box this time, and that's easily headed away out of danger for a throw in. So half time, we've probably just about had the better of the game so far, but no goals for either side. About halfway through the second half now. I didn't make any changes at half time, but I am now thinking that perhaps it's time to take Joselu off, because he is having an absolute stinker out there. He's on a 6.2 rating. He's not really been involved at all. Do we bring Martin Braithwaite on? I think that's our only real option on the bench. We've got Simo on the bench as well, who can apparently play as a striker, but his natural position is as a centre-back, according to his screen here. So I'm not really too comfortable playing him there. I don't know if he's played up front much in real life or not. If you know, let me know in the comment section down below. It's very odd. It's more of a later in career sort of thing. It's the sort of thing that Dion Dublin did before he retired, where he was a striker and then he decided to move back into a centre-back role. But is Simo the opposite of that? We're also going to take Melamed off and bring on Lazzo at attacking centre midfield. We'll switch him up to Trequartista as well, which is his preferred role. Obviously, we've changed Braithwaite to a pressing forward on attack as well, which is his preferred role. So it's a bit of a tweak to things. We'll see if it makes any difference at all. Right, free kick. Lazzo takes it into the box. Braithwaite heads it. Puado's there. It's off the bar. And then Mitrovic can clear it. I thought Puado would headed that in. I was getting so ready to celebrate there. That would have been a key goal in this battle for survival. Ball into the box. Is that a penalty? He's pointed to the spot. He's going to VAR. I think he pointed to the spot. The text suggested that he did. Please, this could be it. We need a penalty to be given here. Come on, ref. Do us a favour, please. He's coming back from the screen. And it's a penalty. We've got a late penalty in this relegation 6-pointer. All we need now is for, I'm assuming it's Martin Braithwaite to take. No, it's Vinicius Souza. Souza scores. It's 1-0. Come on, Espanyol. We could have just saved 3 points here, or got ourselves 3 points here in the very dying moments of the game. Vinicius Souza, keeper goes the right way, but there's just too much power on it, and we are winning 1-0. And there's the full-time whistle. Not many chances in that game, but can't really complain when we end up winning. Lazzo and Braithwaite coming off the bench. Not sure how much involvement they really had in changing things. We were on top for the entirety of the game, but we managed to do it in the end. Vinicius Souza with the goal. So at the end of game week 32, this is how the table looks. We have climbed up to 18th after that victory over Getafe. We're now just 2 points adrift of Almeria in 17th, and we're only 3 points away from both Cadiz and Valencia, who are 15th and 16th. If we compare this to the real life table at this stage, we have done a bit better than Espanyol in real life, and I'm not really sure how, because we equalled their result against Getafe, and Getafe lost to Almeria in the game in the midweek, and they did that in real life too. So I'm a bit confused, but we have climbed above them somehow. Elsewhere, it's pretty much the same in the positions that matter. The only difference that I can see is Betis are actually 7th in our game compared to being 6th, where Bilbao are. They basically just swap places, and then it's identical at the top of the table. And just like that, we're on to match day 33 already. We aren't playing on this Tuesday, but there is a big game that involves relegation candidates Almeria and Elche. Elche obviously bottom of the table on 17 points, looking to somehow get out of danger, and it's not really looking likely at this moment in time with 6 games left. And then Almeria, who are obviously looking to pull themselves further away from ourselves and Getafe in the chasing bunch in 18th and 19th. And it's not good news for Elche. They have now officially been relegated, drawing 0-0 with Almeria. So we have a confirmed relegated side after match day 33, or the first games of match day 33. Almeria lifting themselves up to 15th by getting that point, but it is all getting very, very close down there. Obviously, ourselves and Getafe on 31 points, and then just 3 points away from us are Almeria, Cadiz and Valencia. Almeria obviously playing 1 game more than all of the rest of us at this moment in time. We're on the Wednesday of game week 33, and we have Valencia, Cadiz and Getafe all playing today. So ideally, if all 3 of those teams could lose, that would be very helpful for us. Well, all 3 teams didn't lose, but 2 of them did. Valencia losing to Villarreal and Cadiz losing to Atletico Madrid, and then Getafe only managing a draw against Vigo, which does knock us down to 19th, or Celta Vigo, I should say. That does knock us down to 19th in the table. However, if we can somehow beat Sevilla in our next game, Sevilla haven't been doing too great this season. They're 13th currently. If we can beat them, we are level on points with 15th to 17th, who are all on 34 points. So here we go, big game against Sevilla away from home. In real life, this was a 3-2 defeat for ourselves, but we're hoping to change that. If we can pick up a win, like I said, we can get ourselves out of the relegation zone. Now, after their poor performances starting last time out, I'm dropping Melamed and Joselu today. So the 2 players that came in for them in the last game are going to be in for them today from the start. And away from those 2 changes, everything else is being kept exactly the same. Hopefully, like I said, we can get a result against Sevilla away from home and move ourselves out of the relegation zone. First chance of the game. We are in our pink away kit today. Sevilla in their white kit, and Oscar Gil has the ball in the centre of the field forward to Alex Vidal. Now Oscar Gil again. Vidal gets it back from him on the right-hand side. This could be a chance to get a ball in. He does so. Braithwaite's there. It's off the post, and it's hooked clear by Nanziu, and I think Braithwaite was offside anyway, so it wouldn't have counted. So we get to half-time at 0-0. Only that Braithwaite offside chance in the first half. We have created a few more chances than Sevilla. We've got a better XG as well, so things not going too badly. And it seems to be a bit of a jinx, but our striker, again, it's Braithwaite this time. He's on a 6.3. I'm going to do what I did for Joselu in the first game, and we'll give him a little bit of the second half to try and improve. But if we don't see that improvement coming, it's going to be Joselu back on in the second half. And it's a free kick. Olivan to take it from the right-hand side, whipped into the box. It's a header, and is that gone in? No, it's gone behind the goal. I'm not even sure who headed that. So we're into the 65th minute, which is around the time that Joselu was dragged off last time out. And to be fair to him, Braithwaite's slightly improved, but he's still not doing great out there. Oscar Gil as well at right back, not doing too well. So we're definitely going to take Braithwaite off. Joselu is going to come on for him. Javi Puado isn't having the best of times out there either. We're going to bring on Malamed, who obviously started the last game, and we took off alongside Joselu. But we're going to play him at left wing this time. And we're also going to bring on Ronald Pierre-Gabriel for Oscar Gil at right back. So a triple substitution with 25 minutes to go. Throw in Pierre-Gabriel to take it. He finds Lazzo. Now Pierre-Gabriel with the ball back at his feet once more, the right back. Plays it back safely to Pacheco. And we can start to build this move from the back, hopefully. And hopefully not give the ball away. It's Lazzo now, coming deep to get that ball. Goes on a bit of a run. Ball looking over the top, but it's headed away safely by Rekic. And now Sevilla can come away with the ball. And it's Rafa Mir, but that's a bad pass. And Nico Malamed is in there to intercept. Ball over the top from him to Alex Vidal. The keeper's coming out. He's changed his mind. It's Vidal. Ball into the box. It's Lazzo. And it's saved by Marcao. Or blocked off Marcao. And out for a corner. That was a great chance for us to get a goal in this game where there's not been that many chances. But we've got a corner. Alex Vidal to take it from the right-hand side. And Bono. U2 singer. Okay. Bono is the man that comes and collects that. I guess you could say he's found what he's looking for. Well, there's the full-time whistle, and a game where we really should have actually won this one. We've done a lot better than Sevilla did in terms of XG. We had a lot more shots. We just couldn't get them on target, it seems. And it's a 0-0 draw, which is better than real life, where Espanyol lost 3-2 to Sevilla. So there is that. We have slightly done a bit better. So at the end of game week 33, we find ourselves up in 18th place, level on points with Getafe in 19th, and only 2 points adrift of Almeria, Cadiz and Valencia, who are in the 3 places above us. If you compare this to real life, we're actually a point better off than the real life Espanyol team were at this point in the season, and we're 1 place better off as well, as Getafe, rather than winning their game in this game week, ended up drawing it against Celta Vigo. Valencia are in the same place. Cadiz are a place lower. Almeria are also a place lower, as Real Valladolid have somehow climbed up to 14th compared to the real-life position at this stage of 16th. At the top of the table, Atletico Madrid are down in 3rd rather than 2nd, and Bilbao and Betis are still swapping places compared to real life. So as we look ahead to the next episode, we have a very, very tough game. It's leaders Barcelona at home, but it's still Barcelona and our rivals Barcelona as well in the very first match of the next episode. And then we have Vallecano, who are currently 9th in the table, so slightly more difficult than the 2 games we played this episode, but hopefully we can manage to get something out of those games. I think I'd take a point from those 2 games, which in reality isn't going to help us too much in getting out of the relegation zone. However, 2 of our last 3 games are against Valencia and Almeria. So as long as we can stay within fighting distance of Valencia and Almeria, we're still in with a good shout of securing our safety. But that is it for this first episode of this brand new mini-series of Rewriting History. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel to get all the content when it comes out, hit the notification bell to stay notified. And if you're interested in any more Rewriting History, I've done a series with Dortmund and a series with Southampton that you can find on the channel right now. But that's it for now, and I'll see you next time.